Call 417-624-0233 or 620-231-0400. KOAM-TV is an equal opportunity employer.
Roll 8.
The one that was up there before.
What are you talking about? Does he want just WSI? That's all I want to know.
Some Pitcher, Oklahoma residents
want
are
St. John's
upset with
WSI?
city officials. We'll tell you why in our first 7 minutes.
St. John's
An
WSI.
increased number of people are getting help quitting smoking.
Stand by VR.
And Jewish settlers in Gaza have only a few days to make a life-changing decision.
Roll it. Take VR. Stand by camera 1. Zoom. Cue 'em.
Well, good morning and welcome to the
Oh,
KOAM
shoot.
Morning News. It's 5:30. I'm Daniel Ashley in
Jared's
today's
misspelled.
And I'm Jared Clark in for Sarah Parrott. Coming up this half hour, a participant in a fatal school shooting is going free.
Plus, we'll hear how a doctor and patient feel about RoboDoc. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast. The
shoot.
numbers out there right now are pretty warm, really. Carthage
His
coming
mic's
in at
crunching.
76, 77 degrees there in Webb City, 78 degrees in Pittsburgh. We have 75 in Liberal. And guess what? We do have the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms today. The chance is slight, and it will be later in the day when those chances come on into town. We'll see a 40% chance on Saturday.
Cue 'em.
Thank you, Daniel. Topping our first 7 minutes, a petition circulating in Pitcher, Oklahoma has stirred up its residents. The petition cites a long list of complaints against some city leaders. The reason for the petition, some residents are asking for action and their voices to be heard. But not everyone says they'll sign on the dotted line. Ann Bassett reports.
Roll 5. Take the pack.
But there are really a lot of upset residents in this community, and
Jen,
they feel like this is their only option.
What that option is, a petition addressed to the mayor and city council of Pitcher. It lets them know about what some call the failure to include citizens in the decision-making process concerning major issues.
The bottom line message is that they want some action.
That's sparky, but
they want their voices heard.
The petition also asks for explanations on many other issues, including...
They're concerned about how the EPA settlement money was spent. They're concerned about the lack of protection by the mayor and council in regards to chat dust exposure.
But some lifelong residents like Mabel Brittle and her sister Roberta Richards say if someone comes to their door with a petition, they won't sign.
Well, I'm concerned about this here because this petition, because our mayor is a good mayor. He's helped many, many people in this town, and he's not guilty of none of that.
Well, I think they ought to leave it alone because I think they're just after our mayor.
Want some answers, is he out clear?
They're after this sports building they're putting up for the kids over there. That's stupid. So I just think they ought to leave it alone and leave our mayor alone.
But the other side says they just want to leave a lasting impression about the importance of communication.
I'd hope so.
Hopefully there will be a public meeting called by the mayor and council to address these issues in a public forum and not just a council meeting type setting, because these are very important issues and these people want some answers.
That was Ann Bassett reporting. Sparkman says first the petition will be distributed through town, then presented to city council next week. Both Brittle and Richards say they'll be there to defend the mayor. Officials say enrollment at Pitcher Cardin Elementary School is expected to decrease by more than 25% this year because of a state-sponsored buyout. The superintendent says he expects no more than 165 students to begin classes at the elementary school this year, compared to 228 last year. More than 50 families have taken advantage of the buyout because of the lead and zinc contamination in their community. Small children are more vulnerable to the effects of lead poisoning. The death of Peter Jennings and other high-profile cases this week are refocusing public attention on lung cancer. Now, health groups say a lot more people are suddenly seeking advice on how to stop smoking. It's the leading cause of lung cancer among men and women. Experts say the first step to quitting is to get motivated. They say a lot of products can help cut the cravings, such as nicotine, gum, and patches. The American Cancer Society has its own method to help people quit.
Roll 7. Take the bite.
We have information, we have quit lines, we also have guest housing. If patients have to travel to Joplin from out of town to get treatment, they can stay in hotels for free. We also have different support groups that are available. We've got our website, www.cancer.org, that patients can research specific treatments.
If you want immediate help quitting, you can call the American Cancer Society. The number is 800-ACS-2345. Joplin's Community Clinic is getting help funding its mission to help others. The Joplin Rotary Club presented the clinic with a check for more than $6,000 yesterday. Clinic officials say the money will help patients in the long run.
The doctors, nurses, and most people volunteer their time.
13 seconds, they get well.
Clear, field tag again. Look, what they give us is priceless.
Stand by
so we can pay for prescriptions for people so they get well.
Cue him.
The Rotary Club raised the money at a golf tournament earlier this year.
Cue him.
Work on expanding the George Washington Carver National Monument is officially underway. Workers yesterday broke ground on the new Carter Visitor Discovery Center. Officials say funding for the project was provided by Senator Kit Bond and Congressman Roy Blunt. When it's complete, the new center will have an expanded theater, interactive exhibits, and a walk-in greenhouse. Also during the ceremony, the monument received a deed for 30 acres, giving it the entire original Carver birthplace.
Roll 7. Bye.
Because of Dr. Carver's background as an educator, this center is very unique and very special, and is one of the few education centers in the whole national park system. So we're extremely fortunate to have it right here in Southwest Missouri, and it will benefit folks from across the country and around the world as they come here to visit the park. So we're really excited about it.
QM.
After renovation is complete, the new Carter Discovery Center will encompass more than 18,000 square feet. The company operating the Kansas Army ammunition plant in Parsons has a new contract agreement with labor unions. All 4 unions representing workers at the plant have ratified 3-year contracts. The Defense Department has recommended the closure of the plant. Dan Zimmerman hopes to keep the plant open as a commercial facility, providing munitions to the military.
And take PD2.
In World Watch this morning, in just 3 days, Jewish settlers in Gaza and parts of the West Bank must leave their homes or face evacuation. Terry Okita is in Gaza with a tale of 2 neighbors who must soon face their decision of their lives.
Row 5, take back.
If nothing, I'm not doing nothing.
Single mother Hanita Lebovich is just too overwhelmed to finish the job.
I'm tired, exhausted.
All right, camera 2 desk.
As a Jewish settler forced to leave her home of 5 years, she knows she's got just a few more days to get her belongings together or be forced out by Israeli soldiers. She's praying for a miracle.
I'm not moving yet. I'm just packing to be ready for. Maybe they tell me to bring back everything back to the house.
Not likely. Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon vows the disengagement from 21 Gaza settlements and 4 in the West Bank will go forward. Sharon's uncompromising position had tens of thousands of protesters demonstrating in Tel Aviv on Thursday against the pullout.
The disengagement plan calls for these homes to be demolished, but many settlers have decided to leave nothing. No doors, no windows, not even the kitchen sink behind.
I don't want to leave nothing in the house to the Arabs.
So Ifat Hajjaj has ripped up everything, top to bottom, and plans to stay until the stroke of midnight Monday when the deadline goes into effect.
It's very difficult to us to leave the place when when my children born here.
Her anger is felt by many here who believe this land belongs to the Jews.
10 seconds, stand by camera 2 and stand by to cue Daniel.
For most families, it's the most difficult decision they'll ever make. In Gaza, Terry Okita for the KOAM Morning News.
And QM.
Now here's Daniel with a look at your forecast.
What's up? QM.
It's 5:37, time for a look at your weather on the 7s, actually out there on the local radar over the past 12 hours. Moving on into this morning, we are starting to see some showers and thunderstorms forming. Now, most of this rainfall is going to be staying to our north today and up there near Kansas City. That's where our next cold front is. It's going to be moving closer as we move into the evening time hours, and that's when those of you in the northern section of the viewing area will have a shot for scattered showers and thunderstorms. And across the nation, you can see right about where that front is lagging. It's going to move on in here for the weekend and pretty much sit right on top of us, so we do have rainfall chances as we head on through to Tuesday. So you're going to want to have that raincoat or umbrella around. Here's a quick look at Futurecast as you head on through the day. Of course, it is bringing in those showers with this stalling out cold front with the heavier stuff just off to the north and west of Joplin and Pittsburgh. And then as you head on through tonight, moving on into Saturday, looks like we could just see scattered showers. I think we will be partly cloudy for a good portion of the day on Saturday, but nonetheless, we'll have the chance for scattered showers out there. as you head on into the evening time hours. Here's a look at your forecast for today, though. We're going to kick it on up to 96 degrees. Winds will be out in the south-southwest at 5 to 10. Partly cloudy, just a slight chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms as you head on through the day. And then for the next 7 days, I've thrown some chances in there. Saturday, 40%, 96 for the high. Cooler on Sunday, much cooler, quite nice, 86 for the high. And then we'll see those thunderstorm chances continuing into Monday, 85, 86 on Tuesday, but back to 90 and mostly clear by Wednesday and 92 by Thursday. So it is going to be nice to see those temperatures dropping into highs in the mid-80s rather than mid to upper 90s.
For music, stand by the pool, stand by PD, or stand by
a nice temporary relief.
That's
right. All right, Daniel, thank you very much. That is a look at today's top stories and weather in your first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOAM Morning News at 5:43. We'll meet an 11-year-old athlete whose passion for excelling comes from a lost family member.
And at 5:49, one of the shooters in the Jonesboro, Arkansas school massacre is out of jail. And at 5:55, we'll have details of an innovative robot helping doctors give patients extra care.
You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
If you have a Guidant or Medtronic implanted defibrillator, commonly known as a pacemaker, this device may be subject to a recall. And you may be entitled to substantial compensation if you act quickly. We've helped hundreds of people.
Stand by, camera 2. And cue him.
Well, if practicing football in the summer heat isn't your thing and the running of all the other sports just tires you out, there's an alternative for you, and it's the world of XMA, and it's catching on in the 4 states. Chad Pline has details.
Row 5. Take the pack. 222, just like my cousin. First one comes in at 30.
XMA, Extreme Martial Arts, combines martial arts styles, athletic disciplines, and the performing arts together into one impressive, powerful,
see how Daniel could handle it.
Taekwondo and XMA are 2 different things. XMA is more like flips. You're going to put a lot of more power in your moves.
While XMA has been around for over a decade, it's the latest course
at
the ATA
I saw this package last night.
We were just getting in the curriculum, the DVDs, and going to our seminars and everything, learning how to teach it.
From practicing and learning the moves to competing at meets, athletes can win trophies in 3 categories: form, weapons, and sparring, while earning different levels of belts. Taught through XMA, to reach a goal, you must first walk its path.
Like anything else, experience is the best way to get better. Oh, good power. Hit it right in the middle. Very nice.
There's also an aura of respect and discipline, lessons which can be taken beyond the mat.
You don't want to be the follower, you want to be a leader.
And it works everywhere, from school to home, doing homework to doing the dishes.
Yeah, but I took it early again like I did last time.
Well, you want them not to tell you, you just want to do it, because that's really respecting them.
And 11-year-old Gabe Patterson is taking to the sport wholeheartedly, climbing the ranks very quickly.
I have a white, orange, yellow, camo, green, purple, blue, brown, red, recommended black belt, and a black. I've been through all those belts. I'm just very glad I got my black belt. I was thinking about sleeping with it the first night, but I decided not to.
He's doing awesome. He hasn't been a black belt for that long, and he's already, racking up the points.
It teaches me respect because it's not only to defend yourself, you want to have respect, like Nick had. He respected everyone.
Nick Ross is Gabe's first cousin. In November, a car crash took the life of the Carl Junction senior, and now there's nothing more that Gabe wants to do than to train, perform, and make his cousin proud.
I was so lucky to have Nick, and my grandma says how he got everybody.
10 seconds, stand by camera 2.
Thanked his linemen
just like my
and all that.
Out.
So I'm very respectful here. I want to be just like my cousin.
And cue him.
Well, this weekend, Gabe and ATA will be competing in Rolla. Gabe says one day he wants to be the Grand Master, which is the highest ranked athlete. He also says he wants to manage his grandfather's business, Barney's Quick Lube in Joplin, and boss around his Uncle Scott.
Hit it.
Well, still to come, and check out today's top stories, and I'll have your 7-day forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Right.
In most of our messages, we've talked about the dental service.
40 East 20th Street in Joplin.
Cue him.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's time for another look at your weather on the 7s. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be another hot one out there. Today, we're going to be seeing those temperatures kicking on up into the 90s. Again, relief is in store for us as we head on through the week. Though I think by 7 a.m. we'll see 78, noontime 92, 96 with a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. By around 5 p.m., you'll see a 40% chance of showers on Saturday and a 60% chance of showers on Sunday. Jared?
Cue him.
Thank you, Daniel. Time for a check of your 4-state headlines. Jim Livingston, a police officer from Columbus, Kansas, is being called a hero after saving 2 firemen and their burning truck. But Livingston calls it just another day. 2 firefighters were injured when their truck rolled over Wednesday. Livingston happened to be driving behind the truck. He used equipment on the truck to keep the flames under control until rescue workers arrived.
Cue him.
Ottawa County, Oklahoma law officers say they're still searching for a man accused of murder. Police say Michael Morrison killed Keith Gordon outside Wyandotte back in April. Officers say Morrison has been on the run since then. Police say 2 other people are wanted for questioning in connection with the shooting.
Cue him.
A new addition to Joplin is bringing with it more than 100 new jobs. Kohl's department store says it will hire about 150 people to work at its new store that's scheduled to open in October. It's located on Rangeline next to the North Park Mall. People interested in employment at the store should call 877-NEW-KOHLS. 21-year-old Mitchell Johnson, the convicted Jonesboro, Arkansas school shooter, is free. In 1998, Johnson and Andrew Golden pulled a fire alarm at Westside Middle School and killed 4 students and a teacher.
Stand by for a
Bianca
package in 7.
Sororzano explains why the young killer is now free to live his life.
Take it back.
Jonesboro, Arkansas is once again trying to deal with emotions they've been trying to forget.
You know, right now I'm mad. There's really no other word that can express it.
Mad because Mitchell Johnson is being released from prison. 7 years ago, Johnson, then 13 years old, along with 11-year-old Andrew Golden, stole 2 high-powered rifles, dressed in Army fatigues, and went on a schoolyard shooting spree. At the time, the school shooting was the worst in U.S. history. After the bullets stopped flying, 4 young girls and 1 teacher were dead. Brandy Verner lost her little sister that day.
They barely served, I mean, not even a year and a half for each life that they took, whereas, you know, some people kill 1 person and serve the rest of their lives.
Just because he was young when he did it doesn't make it right.
30 left.
Johnson, who wants to be a minister, is not expected to return to Jonesboro. His mother still lives there, and authorities are concerned about the family's safety. Johnson has expressed regret, but that doesn't seem to soothe the hurt.
They will live their lives again. They may marry, and they'll live the dreams that these 4 girls got robbed from them.
In time, Jonesboro's wounds may heal, but right now, 7 years is not enough. Bianca Solorzano, CBS News.
And Cure.
Johnson is being released on his 21st birthday because of a now closed loophole which could only hold him until he was 18. Federal prosecutors stepped in and used weapons charges to add 3 more years to his sentence. Still to come on the KOAM Morning News, we'll take a look at a new technology that allows doctors to be in 2 places at once. We're back after the break.
Wells State Bank offers long-term fixed-rate rebates.
Continuous country, Kicks 102.5.
Cue him. Open his mic.
A federal report finds that 1 out of every 6 high school students suffers from asthma. That tops Health Watch this morning. More than 1/3 of those surveyed say they had an attack in the previous year. In some states, asthma is the #1 reason kids miss class. Attacks can be triggered by several allergens in schools like chalk, mold, and cleaning products. British researchers have pulled out the maps and found a strong connection between engine exhaust and childhood cancer. A new study cross-referenced emissions hotspots with the birth addresses of children who died from leukemia and other cancers. Scientists found chemicals largely produced by engine exhaust were powerful predictors of childhood cancer. Bus stations appeared to present the biggest risk. Children living nearby were 12 times more likely to die of cancer. Doctors are busy people, but patients need them. Now new technology makes it easy for both to stay in touch. Dow Quick reports.
Really? Take it back.
Dr. Michael Conlon looks a little different these days. The urologic surgeon is shorter, only 5.5 feet. And rather than walking, he rolls into patients' rooms.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, thank you. No pain.
Dr. Conlon still checks on patients in person during the day, but thanks to this remote-powered robo-doc, he can visit them a second time when he gets home.
Just about every time I visit a patient, some issue is identified that we can take care of.
For Connie Johnson, who donated a kidney to her friend and hospital roommate, there are 2 issues. When can she start eating solid foods, and when can she go home?
If you're able to eat some real food tonight and keep walking, you can probably leave in the morning.
I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Dr. Conlon is studying whether visits with the robot affect the quality of care and if they can shorten hospital stays. An earlier study measured patient satisfaction.
They did prefer the attending surgeon in person, but they actually preferred the attending surgeon on the robot over the resident surgeons.
Connie also prefers her own doctor to his robot lookalike.
You know, it didn't feel terribly intimate, you and your doctor discussing your health.
But if he's not available, she says it is the next best thing.
Okay, that's great. We'll see ya.
Thanks, goodbye.
Dow Quick, KOAM News.
And QM.
The robots cost about $120,000 each or can be leased out for about $4,000 a month. In addition to surgical rounds, some hospitals are using them for remote communications in the emergency and intensive care units. There are more than 35 robo-docs in hospitals around the country.
And QM.
Kind of a creepy thing. I think it'd be odd not to see your doctor.
You know, I might actually rather that. See the robo-doctor. He's a little bit shorter. But...
Yeah, you know, not as intimidating that way. But it is 5:57, and Daniel's here with a look at the forecast.
I do have a look at the forecast, Jared, and I think that it's going to be pretty hot out there today, up around 96 degrees. We'll have a 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms in the evening time, and then actually a 40% chance for tonight. Those chances are going to linger and increase as we head on through the weekend. We've got a stalled front in the area, and it's eventually going to cool things down for us pretty nicely into the mid-80s.
Cool. Not too bad. Still to come in our next half hour, we'll tell you how lessons in rock climbing are teaching juveniles lessons in life.
Plus, we'll show you what's flying high in the sky over the four states. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
We'll be right back.
Okay, folks, let's keep it moving forward. Keep it moving.
Back check. Yes, we can. Heartland. A great place for kids when kids really need a great place.
Roll 8. Damn it. Take it.
Police arrest a juvenile for shooting at a car and a Galena restaurant. Details in your first 7 minutes. A heroic officer speaks out about rescuing 2 firefighters. And NASA takes another attempt to launch an orbiter into space.
Roll 8. Check VR. Stand by camera 1.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Daniel Ashley in for Dave Pound.
And I'm Jared Clark in for Sarah Parrott. Coming up this half hour, we'll take you to Teachers' First Day of School in Joplin.
Plus, we'll show you how climbing is helping troubled youth get ahead in life. But first, let's go ahead and have a look at your forecast. We are going to see temperatures in the 90s. Right now, pretty much everyone is sitting right around 78 or 80 degrees. We'll see those temperatures warming up to about 96 with a 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms this evening, a 40% chance tonight, even a better chance as you head on into Sunday. Much cooler with a high in the mid-80s. Jared?
Thank you, Daniel. Topping our first 7 minutes, a juvenile is in police custody for a shooting in Galena, Kansas. Police believe the suspect is responsible for shooting a car at a Dairy Queen Wednesday. Bullets blew out the back windshield and hit the awning of the restaurant. Officers say no one was injured. The juvenile was arrested in Joplin.
On the full screen.
Ottawa County, Oklahoma law enforcement say they're still searching for this man accused of murder. Police say Michael Morrison killed Keith Gordon outside Wyandotte back in April. Officers say Morrison has been on the run since then. Police say 2 other people are wanted for questioning in connection with the shooting. He's being hailed as a hero, but a Columbus, Kansas man says he was just doing his job. Police officer Jim Livingston talks about his action that might have saved the lives of firefighters. Wednesday, Livingston stopped to help 2 firemen after their truck overturned on Highway 69 in Cherokee County. He happened to be driving behind the truck and came to their rescue. One firefighter was able to get out from the truck, but another was trapped for nearly 45 minutes. Officer Livingston used fire equipment on the truck to contain the fire until more help arrived. The Columbus Fire Department says that may have saved the firefighters' lives. He was humbled. The community considers his actions heroic, but says it was nothing.
Roll 7. Take the bye.
No, it just
22 seconds. Sometime it doesn't.
Not a
hero. VO
just
tag.
Lucky that I was where I was at the time, and like I say, that the whole key to the whole thing being successful was the quick response by the rescue people, and just in the right place at the right time. Worked out that time. Sometimes it doesn't.
Volunteer firefighter Michael Gleason, the one who was trapped in the truck, was released from the hospital yesterday. He's expected to be out of work for about 2 weeks. A truck carrying nearly 18 tons of explosives that blew up in Utah belonged to a Southwest Missouri trucking company. At least 19 people were hurt Wednesday when the rig from R&R Trucking of Dunawig exploded south of Salt Lake City. It left a crater 70 feet wide and 30 feet deep. R&R Trucking tells KOAM the investigation is continuing, but it appears the fuel tank ruptured and sparked a fire, causing the explosion. The truck driver and co-driver, both from Idaho, were hospitalized in fair condition. The headlines on lung cancer this week are refocusing public attention. In just the last few days, we've heard of the deaths of Peter Jennings and Dallas star Barbara Bel Geddes, and the diagnosis of widow of Christopher Reeves. Although Dana Reeve never smoked, the mere mention of lung cancer is making more smokers think about kicking the habit. Jennifer Denman spoke with Joplin's American Cancer Society about increased desire to quit smoking.
Take the pack. Understandable.
The American Cancer Society says every time a smoker lights up, they lose minutes off their life.
This is equivalent to about a pack a day for 20 years.
The American Cancer Society says people are starting to realize the effects smoking has on their body.
The number of calls that have come into our national call center has actually increased by 50% over the numbers that they called in the previous week.
Brian Caswell is a pharmacist. He says there's one major thing people need to do before they stop smoking.
For the most part, though, I see the best success rates for those people who are wanting to quit smoking, and they're committed to doing that.
Once you take the plunge, the American Cancer Society says it will help people with the rest of the process.
We have information, we have quit lines, we also have guest room housing. Patients have to travel to Joplin from out of town to get treatment.
To make it more convenient, to help take care of the cravings and stuff like that for the nicotine that came out with the gum.
Think about her personals.
Now, since the last few years, we've had a product called Zyban.
Christine Barnes, a respiratory therapist, says if you choose not to quit, the outcome can be extreme.
So if you compare that dark black tissue to this, is what a normal lung would look like.
For people who are dealing with and recovering from lung cancer, local hospitals offer treatment.
We do that through a process of educating them, teaching them about lung disease, teaching them how to better manage it.
Barnes says the road to a smoke-free life can seem impossible at times, but people need to stay strong.
Long-term benefits far outweigh their short-term discomforts.
Stand by 2. Thank you.
That was Jennifer Denman reporting. The American Cancer Society wants to also remind people secondhand smoke can be just as dangerous. If you want to quit, help is available, and it's easy and free. You can call the American Cancer Society. The number is 800-ACS-2345. A new addition to Joplin is bringing with it more than 100 new jobs. Kohl's department store says it will hire about 150 people to work in the new store that's scheduled to open in October. It's located on Rangeline next to North Park Mall. People interested in employment at the store should call Kohl's at 177-NEW-KOHLS.
Roll it. Tag it.
Topping nationwide, the couple wanted in the Tennessee courthouse shooting is due in court today. George and Jennifer Hyatt have an extradition hearing in Columbus, Ohio, where police caught them Wednesday night. The two are accused of killing a prison guard during a courthouse escape. The sheriff in Kingston, Tennessee, says he thinks the pair should face the death penalty. Despite a growing number of U.S. casualties, President Bush is standing firm on his Iraq policy. After meeting with his top advisors at his Texas ranch, the president said immediately withdrawing U.S. troops would be a terrible mistake. The president expressed sympathy for the mother camping out near his ranch who lost her son in Iraq. Cindy Sheehan says she will stay put until she gets a meeting with Mr. Bush. NASA is trying again today to get an orbiter to the red planet. Bad weather and a computer glitch fouled up yesterday's scheduled launch. The orbiter is outfitted with the largest telescopic camera ever sent to another planet. It is expected to spend 4 years circling Mars. NASA hopes information the orbiter sends back will help the agency decide whether to land future robotic explorers. Now here's Daniel with a look at your forecast.
It is 6:07 and it's time for a look at your weather on the 7s. We are going to be seeing the chance for showers and thunderstorms late in the day, and the better chance will actually be for those of you who live in the northern section of our viewing area. We have a cold front that's starting to lag on into the Kansas City region. It's causing thunderstorms up that way. Eventually, as we head on through the day, it's going to get a bit closer to us, and it's going to hang out here pretty much through the weekend, giving us the chance for scattered on again, off again thunderstorms really on through to Tuesday. With the cloud cover, you can see right where that cold front is, and it is going to stall out. It's been moving at a reasonable clip over the overnight hours. It's going to stall out right here in the 4 states, though, as we do head on through your Friday afternoon. And by the time you move into tonight, we will have the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms, of course. The better chance just off to the north of Joplin and Pittsburgh and off to the west, actually. Then moving on through the day on Friday, those chances are going to continue on through Saturday evening. So go ahead and keep the umbrella and raincoat handy. And as Jared and I like to discuss, I prefer the raincoat. The umbrella is kind of difficult when you get back in the car. That's just the way I feel about it. 96 degrees, that'll be the high for today. Winds will be out of the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for the next 7 days, we're going to see those warm temperatures, hot temperatures, should I say, continuing on into Saturday there. 40% chance, a 60% chance as we head on into Sunday. Much cooler temperatures. That is because the front will lag to our south. 85 degrees on Monday. Thunderstorm chances continuing into Tuesday. We'll see a high of 90 and mostly clear on Wednesday. It's going to be hot by next Thursday once again with a high of 92 degrees.
You know, Daniel, I've always said I'm a raincoat guy too, because I don't know what to do with the umbrella if I have it with me.
Well, you just get soaked when you're getting back in the car and you're trying to shut it. You're just getting really wet.
Yeah.
So I just prefer the raincoat.
You almost need a raincoat in that thing too to keep you from getting wet from your umbrella.
Exactly.
But anyway, that is a look at today's top stories and weather in your first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOA Morning News at 6:13. We'll show you how Joplin teachers are preparing for the first day of school.
And at 6:20, we'll show you how kids are repelling for their future. Then at 6:25, it's the Bloomberg
Stand by VR.
You're watching the KOA Morning News. We'll be right back.
Like they are.
Nice ride.
Now with scholarship opportunities for pharmacists and respiratory therapists.
Hit it, Kim.
Welcome back to the KOA Morning News. Little bad boys there, all boys at the desk today. It's about 6:12 on your Friday morning. You've made it through the week, so that's always a good thing. With the nice weekend coming up.
So right, the sun's coming up. You can see we have a little bit of cloud cover out there. I think we're going to be partly cloudy for the morning time, and then clouds moving in the evening. And we're going to see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight.
All right. Well, if you happen to look up into the sky yesterday, it wasn't a bird or a plane, but a blimp. You may have spotted.
Take it.
The Sanyo blimp floated across the 4 states yesterday afternoon.
And Sanyo is the first electronics company to launch a blimp in North America. It is 165 feet long and is used to celebrate 50 years of business. The blimp is on its way back to California to prepare for winter.
Thank you.
And Joplin teachers and school officials are back together after a summer break.
Take it.
Everyone gathered for opening day activities at the Joplin High Auditorium.
The superintendent spoke about this year's focus, and the 2005 Teacher of the Year offered advice. Teachers say it gives them a chance to get ready for the school.
Roll 7. Take the bye.
It is exciting. It's always
8 seconds, but it's exciting.
Clear.
Stand
most
by 2.
People who aren't in education realize, but it is exciting.
School officially starts Monday in Joplin, and so there's still a few days left to do some fun things out there. So we should take a look at what's going on around town.
And hit it.
Yes, we should.
On Saturday, it's Prairie Life as we know it. It's at 1 p.m. at the Prairie State Park Visitor Center. It's in Liberal, Missouri. There's going to be live animals and lots of snakes, like I said yesterday morning. You won't see me there because of the snakes. The info for that, if you want more information, is 417-843-6711.
Try.
And we also have the Carterville Fire Department benefit. It's a gospel sing and dinner, so if you like to sing, get out there. 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. There will be a free will offering. This is at the corner of Main and Tennessee in Carterville.
Okay, and on Saturday we're going to have a benefit for Mitzi Oberle, I think is probably how you say that name. It's going to be at 4 p.m. They guarantee great food, live music, and an auction, so we'll hold them to that. It's going to be at the Station Bar and Grill in Webb City, Missouri. For information on that, you can call 417-781-4459. You're watching the KOA Morning News. We'll be right back.
How could you do this to me? I saw you with her. That's it, Tim.
CBS Tuesdays this fall.
Time for a check of your 4-state headlines. A petition from residents in Pitcher, Oklahoma demands answers from city leaders. The petition says the mayor and city council fail to include citizens in important decision making. It also asked for explanations on how money from the Environmental Protection Agency was spent and what happened to a bid for the new sports complex. The company operating the Kansas Army ammunition plant in Parsons has a new contract agreement with labor unions. All 4 unions representing workers at the plant have ratified 3-year contracts. The Defense Department has recommended the closure of the plant. Day and Zimmerman hopes to keep the plant open as a commercial facility, providing munitions to the military. Work on expanding the George Washington Carver National Monument is officially underway. Workers yesterday broke ground on the new Carter Visitor Discovery Center. Officials say funding for the project was provided by Senator Kit Bond and Congressman Roy Blunt. When it's complete, the new center will have an expanded theater, interactive exhibits, and a walk-in greenhouse. Also during the ceremony, the monument received a deed for 30 acres, giving it the entire original Carver family birthplace. Now here's Daniel with a look at your forecast.
Stand by, Daniel.
That's right, Jared. It's time for a look at the weather on the 7s. That's how we do it here at KOAM. We're going to be seeing hot temperatures for today. Another warm one into the mid-90s before it's said and done. 96 for the high. Partly cloudy for part of the day. Really getting cloudy as you head on through the day with a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Those thunderstorm chances will linger into Tuesday with high temperatures cooling off into the mid-80s. Jared?
Still ahead on the KOAM Morning News, we'll tell you how rock climbing and rappelling are used to help troubled teens in Southwest Missouri. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We're back after the break.
Ashley Furniture Home Store, the nation's
and 2-liter bottles for only 99 cents. Great food and great prices at Save-A-Lot.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Rock climbing and rappelling can be fun, but they're also part of a treatment program for troubled teens in Southwest Missouri.
Whoops.
And Lisa August went on an excursion with kids getting help at Gateway Treatment Center, and she explains how it works.
Row 5. Takes back prompter.
16-year-old Josh gets ready to rappel
157
backwards
standard.
down a cliff and describes his feelings.
Josh.
Frightened. Pretty accurate.
Clear.
Even with safety ropes attached and controlling his own speed, hanging here takes courage and trust. The same is true when rock climbing.
It's all about communicating, and it's all about being there for one another and working through the conflicts that you have.
Like when I got stuck, I got frustrated with myself. I didn't trust myself well enough to get a good grip to get myself up.
Counselors say
oh my
rock
God.
application. The rule of thumb here is never look down or look back. And for some students, they're getting stuck in the past.
God,
if
we've
you've had things happen to
bathing
you,
suits
or
and all
your past
that
has been very pleasant, if you're dwelling on those and it affects the way that you view the world now, then you get stuck in your decision making.
If I keep thinking of how I'm stuck in a position,
you say
how
it gets
I'm
worse, or was
lost
that it?
in one spot, then I'm not going to be able to focus on what's ahead of me.
With encouragement from teammates, kids learn how to find their footing. They learn to make choices that bring confidence, which they can take home or to school where they may face peer pressure.
And I felt like I had no way out. And they work through it here, so they relay that back to home and parallel it and say, hey, I made it through that, I can make it through this. This could be a good coping skill. Trying something new, not doing everything the same old way I've been doing.
Here no one falls, just slips, and that's okay.
Behavior, you slip on the bluff, you start climbing again. You slip in life, you start walking again. It's just the way it is. You know, climbing is one step, 1 foothold at a time. And that's the way life is. It's just one step at a time. Pick yourself up, move on.
10 seconds, stand by, camera 2.
I've learned that if I just push myself, I can do what I need to do.
That's the attitude counselors want them to have once the harnesses are off and they leave Gateway for the real world. In Newton County, Lisa Olligas, KOAM News.
The Gateway Day Treatment Center recently became the victim of thieves who stole a set of 10 canoes and a trailer. Counselors say canoeing gives teens immediate counseling for right or wrong choices.
The theft takes away an activity that could help these teens learn to stay out of trouble.
Hit it.
That's too bad. The day's top business headlines.
Stand by, VR.
You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Take VR. You bastard.
Like it's daring. This bird is pushing the food envelope.
Switcher.
What's the food envelope? It's the envelope.
Coming up in our next half hour, musician Tommy Lee is...
Stand by.
I got all anxious. We have to do weather real quick.
We'll do weather.
We're
going to
get back your shot, too.
Hot temperatures today, and it's already pretty warm out there. We're seeing those temperatures right around 78 or 80 in the area. By Friday evening, or this evening, we'll have a 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. And that chance will linger on into Tuesday, Jared. Much cooler as we head on into Tuesday.
I get lost without Dave here. I don't know what I'm doing. Coming up in our next half hour, musician Tommy Lee is hitting the books.
Stand by
Plus,
6,
there's
roll
something
it.
scary in the attic.
Stand
We'll
by
find
VR.
out what in our movie preview. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
Roll it. Take VR.
Since we introduced the Ford family plan.
Take it.
Some Pitcher, Oklahoma residents are upset with city officials. We'll tell you why in our first 7 minutes. An increased number of people are getting help quitting smoking, and Jewish settlers in Gaza have only a few days to make a life-changing decision.
Take VR. Stand by, camera 1.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:30. I'm Daniel Ashley in for Dave Pilot.
And I'm Jared Clark in for Sarah Perry. Coming up this half hour, we'll check out the latest flicks in our movie previews.
Plus, rocker Tommy Lee takes on the scholar role. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast out there. We have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, 77 in Webb City at this time. We have 78 in Pittsburgh. 75 in Liberal, 80 degrees, a bit warmer as you head to the north there in Fort Scott. For today, we're going to see temperatures warming on up into the mid-90s. We will see a 30% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms late in the day, and actually a better chance as you head on into Saturday and Sunday. Jared?
Thank you, Daniel. Topping our first 7 minutes, a petition circulating in Pitcher, Oklahoma has stirred up its residents. The petition cites a long list of complaints against some city leaders. The reason for the petition? Some residents are asking for action and their voices to be heard. But not everyone says they'll sign on the dotted line. KOAM's Ann Bassett reports.
Take the package.
But there are really a lot of upset residents in this community and issues and these people want some answers.
That was Ann Bassett reporting. Sparkman says first the petition will be distributed through town, then presented to the city council next week. Both Brittle and Richards say they'll be there to defend the mayor. Officials say elementary enrollment at Pitcher Cardin Elementary School is expected to decrease by more than 25% this year because of a state-sponsored buyout. The superintendent says he expects no more than 165 students to begin classes at the elementary school this year, compared to 228 last year. More than 50 families have taken advantage of the buyout because of the lead and zinc contamination in their community. Small children are considered to be the most vulnerable to the effects of lead poisoning. The death of Peter Jennings and other high-profile cases this week are refocusing public attention on lung cancer. Now help groups say a lot more people are suddenly seeking advice on how to stop smoking. It's the leading cause of lung cancer among men and women. Experts say the first step is getting motivated to quit. They say a lot of products can help cut the cravings, such as Nicotret gum and patches. The American Cancer Society has its own method to help people out.
Roll 7. Goodbye.
We have information, we have quit lines, we also have guest room housing. If patients have to travel to Joplin from out of town to get treatment, they can stay in hotels for free. We also have different support groups that are available. We've got a website, www.cancer.org, that patients can research specific treatments.
If you want immediate help quitting, you can call the American Cancer Society. The number is 800-ACS-2345. Joplin's Community Clinic is getting help funding its mission to help others. The Joplin Rotary Club presented the clinic with a check for more than $6,000 yesterday. Clinic officials say the money will help patients in the long run.
Take the bye.
The doctors and nurses
13 seconds, they get well, field tag again.
So
Clear, stand by.
Doctors to volunteer, but look, what they give us is priceless. So we can pay for prescriptions for people so they get well.
The Rotary Club raised the money at a golf tournament earlier this year. Work on expanding the George Washington Carver National Monument is officially underway. Workers yesterday broke ground on the new Carter Visitor Discovery Center. Officials say funding for the project was provided by Senator Kip Bond and Congressman Roy Blunt. When it's complete, the new center will have an expanded theater, interactive exhibits, and a walk-in greenhouse. Also during the ceremony, the monument received a deed for 30 acres, giving it the entire original Carver birthplace farm.
Roll 7. Bye.
Because of Dr. Carver's background as an educator, this center is
19
very
seconds
unique and very special and is one of the few education centers in the whole national park system. So we're extremely fortunate to have it right here in Southwest Missouri, and it will benefit folks from across the country and around the world as they come here to visit the park. So we're really excited about it.
After renovation is complete, the new Discovery Center will encompass more than 18,000 square feet. The company operating the Kansas Army ammunition plant in Parsons has a new contract agreement with labor unions. All 4 unions representing workers at the plant have ratified 3-year contracts. The Defense Department has recommended the closure of the plant. Day and Zimmerman hopes to keep the plant open as a commercial facility, providing munitions to the military.
On to PD2.
In World Watch this morning, in just 3 days, Jewish settlers in Gaza and parts of the West Bank must leave their homes or face forced evacuation. Terry Okita is in Gaza with the tale of 2 neighbors who must soon face their decision of their lives.
Take the package.
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
Single mother
135 standard.
Just decision they'll ever make. In Gaza, Terry Okita for the KOAM Morning News.
And QM.
Now here's meteorologist Daniel Ashley with a look at your forecast.
What's up, QM?
It is 6:37. Time for a look at your weather on the 7s out there on the local radar. Over the past 12 hours, we are starting to see the rain showers pulling into the viewing area, or not the viewing area, but at least the radar viewing area. We have a cold front staggering off to the north up there near Kansas City. It's going to be slowly pressing into our region. Those of you in the northern section of the viewing area are going to be seeing the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head on into the evening time hours. That's right about where the cold front is there. You can see it lining up along those thunderstorms. We'll actually see the chance for thunderstorms continuing on through to Tuesday. So here's a look at Futurecast as we head on through the day. It's leaving those showers in the area with the heaviest stuff off to the north of Joplin and Pittsburgh and also off to the west. Then as you move on through into the evening time hours and move on into Saturday, we're going to see the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing in the area because that front is going to pretty much stall out right on top of us. So hot temperatures for today, 96 degrees. We should see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And again, that chance is going to be better as you head on into the evening time hours. And then as we head on into Saturday, we'll have a 40% chance with a high of 96. The front is going to move to the south of us, giving us temperatures in the mid-80s on Sunday. That'll be a nice change. We'll have a 60% chance of thunderstorms then, a 60% chance as we head on into Monday, mid-80s. We'll eventually hit the 90s again as we head on into Wednesday, Jared. Mostly clear and hot there, and 92 and partly cloudy by next Thursday.
Yeah, a lot of farmers happy to see that increase in the rain chances, I bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because we're down around 4 inches right now, so we could really use some rain.
All right, that is a look at today's top stories and weather in your first 7 minutes. Coming up on the KOA Morning News at 6:43, we'll see who's ending the week off right by having a birthday.
And at 6:50, rock stars are known for many things, but hunting the books usually isn't one of them. And at 6:53, we'll check out
Hunting the Books'
latest role in our
Stand by VR.
If you're watching the KOA Morning News, we'll be right back.
Roll it.
If you're looking for the best deals on
Stand by. Camera 2. Kim.
Welcome back to the KOA Morning News. We're calling it Fill-In Friday. Sarah and Dave both off doing something fun. We're here bright and early in the morning for the morning show, but it's birthday time, so we'll take a look at some birthdays.
Hit it.
So we'll start you out with the celebrity birthdays. For those of you who like tennis, the man Pete Sampras is 34 today. Buck Owens, 76, and Steve Martin is 55.
Yeah, and Daniel asked me who's Steve Martin, and I had to laugh a little bit. But, very popular comedian. Is going to be in the Pink Panther coming out.
I just don't know the names. I would recognize.
Who's Steve Martin?
Yeah, if you saw a picture, you definitely know who it is. But let's take a look at some local birthdays. These are people that are having birthdays throughout today and the weekend. We're going to start out with Taylor Jessie Black. She is 13. She is from Frontenac, Kansas, just down the road a little bit. How about Evelyn Geffert? She's 86. That's a good-looking picture there. Got some flowers on her shirt. Looking good on her 86th birthday. And let's do Rick Kaiser. He's 50. I'm sure they're giving him a hard time on the 50th birthday. He's from Erie. He's with his grandson, Alec.
Good-looking kid.
Yeah, for sure.
We also have Meadow Scott. She is adorable and is turning 4 from Parsons. Other birthdays, we have Julie Anna Coral. I hope I said that right. A happy 2nd birthday to you.
If not, you'll hear about it.
Haley Storm Fay is 11 years old from Mulberry.
Yeah, and she's part of the Indy Raiders. I think they've been having a pretty good softball season, if I'm right. I'm no sports guy, but I think they are. How about Maxine Whitaker? Sorry for butchering it. Having her 80th birthday up there in Cherryvale. What's she doing there? Can't tell what she's doing in that picture. She's excited about something. So, and one of our very own people here, Juliana, she does audio and graphics and about everything we need her to do around her here. Her son, Derek Kempner, is 15, and they're from the booming metropolis of Chitopa, Kansas. Now let's take a look at some of the birthdays we don't have pictures for.
We have Mr. and Miss Columbus Hall. Now, actually, it's their 71st anniversary. They are from Carthage. We have a happy birthday to, I'll say happy birthday to Elizabeth Truxell. I'm not sure I was saying there. Happy birthday to you. Also, William Duncan is 61 years old today. Yeah, and William's over at the Greenbrier Nursing Home Center, and at Betty Chestnut's at Emerald Point, and Galena and Louise Ridley is at the Sunset Manor, and so is Grace Gustin. And Bill Edwards, 83 years young today. That's right. We also have Ann Blackburn. She is 12 years old today. Happy birthday to Sarah Collier, 27, and Tara Littlejohn. That's a pretty cool last name there, 27 years old. And both of those 27-year-olds from Lamar, Missouri. And Kathy O'Connell is celebrating a birthday. She doesn't want to tell us how old she is. Should we guess? No, probably not. Roland and Jana Darrell Meipel. Oh, I butchered that. Darrell Meipel. We'll just go with that. It's their 23rd wedding anniversary. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Barry Coleman is having a birthday, and so is Paxton Powers from Pittsburgh. He's a senior at Pittsburgh High School. And of course, we always enjoy getting your birthdays. You can send those in to us there at those addresses in Joplin and Pittsburgh. And Daniel's going to tell us who has the fudge. Who's our big fudge winner today? It looks like it is Rick Kaiser, so that's some pretty tasty stuff. I've actually had it from the Oswego drugstore there. So congratulations to him. Yeah, we'll send it out and you can share it there with your grandson. That'll be a good treat for you. Now, Daniel's got your question of the day.
PD2
I do have the question of the day.
On the PD2.
It goes like this. About how many pounds of bananas does the average American eat in 1 year? About how many pounds of bananas does the average American
Stand by, burn.
eat in 1 year? Is it A, 10 pounds, B, 20 pounds, or C, 30 pounds? I'll tell you in just a minute.
Roll it. Check the
Brought to you
VR.
by Shelter Insurance for your auto, home, and life. Seek
Tag it, Kim.
All right, it's time to take another look at the question of the day. Again, the question was about how many pounds of bananas does the average American eat in a year? A, 10 pounds, B, 20, or C, 30? What do you think of this, Jared? Well, I already looked, so I'm not going to say, but I know people eat a lot of bananas. 30 pounds. I go through spurts of eating bananas. I'll go through a week where I eat a ridiculous amount, and then I won't eat them for like a year. Good to stop cramps. Lots of potassium. That's right. All right, time for a quick look at your weather on the 7s. We're going to see hot temperatures out there today in the mid-90s. We'll have a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms later in the day. Then on Saturday, a little bit better chance, mid-90s. Cooling off for Sunday, 86, with a 60% chance of thunderstorms. Can't wait to see this story. Rocker Tommy Lee has gone off to college. The fresh face on campus didn't get a free ride when it came to trying out for the marching band. Leah Davenport has
Row 5. Take the package. 109, you know it. Cue him.
That's odd. We were just talking about he's like a punk or like metal guy, and now he's all soft. And...
Yeah, it's that soft power pop. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, still to come, we have the movie previews. Stay with us.
Roll it.
The biggest thing about starting something is just the inspiration.
7 days a week.
Roll it. Take it, cue him.
Kate Hudson stars as a live-in nurse who discovers the secret hiding in the attic. That tops our movie preview. Set largely in the dark backwoods just outside of New Orleans, The Skeleton Key stars Hudson as Caroline, a live-in nurse hired to care for an elderly woman's ailing husband in their home at a foreboding mansion in Louisiana Delta.
Intrigued by the couple and their rambling house, Caroline begins to explore the old mansion. Armed with a skeleton key that unlocks every door, she discovers a hidden attic room that holds a deadly and terrifying secret. Another movie for you. After their adoptive mother is murdered during a grocery store holdup, the Mercer brothers, hot-headed Bobby, which is Mark Wahlberg, hard-edged Angel, Therese Gibson, family man and businessman Jeremiah, and the hard-rocking Jack reunite to take the matter of their death into their own hands. As they track down the killer, they quickly realize that their old ways of doing business have new consequences. In this character-driven action drama, four brothers come together to discover that they are bound by ties thicker than blood. Now, here's a movie I don't know how in the world it got made, but Deuce Bigelow is seduced back to his unlikely pleasure for pay profession when his former pimp, T.J. Hicks, who is played by Eddie Griffin, is implicated in the murders of Europe's greatest gigolos. Deuce must go back to work in order to clear his good friend's name. Along the way, he must compete against the powerful European Union of the Prostitutes and court another bevy of abnormal female clients, including the beautiful Ava, who suffers from acute obsessive-compulsive disorder.
The first one was no good, right?
Yeah. I'm going to skip that one, Terry.
And that one with Andrew Dice playing.
Okay, you're watching the KOM Morning News.
We'll be back after the break.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mount Carmel Regional Medical Center.
In Joplin.
And QM.
The last look at weather, how about?
Whoa, shit.
Well, for today, we're going to see high temperatures warming up into the mid-90s. I hope you like hot weather. We've been seeing it for quite some time now. We could see the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms this evening, though. Tomorrow, 96 as well.
Well, some four-staters are telling about their personal encounter with history. Missouri Congressman Roy Blunt interviewed some World War II veterans at Missouri Southern yesterday as part of Veterans History Project. Across our nation, veterans' accounts are being recorded and preserved for future generations.
Well, even if your family, 7 and 8 are dead. Some of them heard the stories, some of them haven't.
That's cool.
You'll have that memory for your family to have, and not even for your family that's alive today, but for your family forever, as long as that tape can be preserved, to have a way to look back and see what you did in the war, those events of which the last ones happened 60 years ago.
Blunt says no veteran should feel their story is unimportant. He says every story is worth telling.
Now, a Joplin American Legion post has an honor given to it that rarely is given to people that haven't served in the military. The American Legion Post 13 yesterday presented a plaque of appreciation to Roy Lincoln for his work with the Air Show and the Legion. Lincoln says it's quite an honor.
Roll 8. Take the bite.
But I think it's just amazing.
I threw my scripts away, so I don't know how long the story is. Stand by 2.
Everyone who's helped us put on the Air Show.
Cue him.
Lincoln worked with the Legion to help make arrangements for the veterans to attend the air show.
Yeah, he did. He's a really nice guy over there.
Did he know that it was
as we mentioned yesterday, today's my last day at KOAM TV. I'm moving on to Little Rock, Arkansas, to the CBS affiliate down there to do basically what I've been doing now, and I just wanted to have a chance publicly to thank the management at this station for giving me my first chance in television, and also for all the great people here that I've had to work with and learn so much from. And of course, I've had family that's in Bronson and all around this area, and I have friends in Fort Scott, my hometown, that sort of thing, that have just been fantastic support throughout this. I moved here not really knowing anyone but them, but it's been a really fun experience, I think.
And I'd also like to say to you, Jared, we've loved having you here, and it's going to be pretty hard as we head on into Monday. Jared's not going to be here. We're going to cry ourselves to sleep on Monday night as we head into Tuesday, but I appreciate everything.
Stand by for music. Wrap them.
This is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Well, I do appreciate all that, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here today at noon.
And hit it. No credit. Stand by network. Fade it out. Take that.
Morning, I'm Harry Smith. There's plenty of pain at the pump.